So it ended up being $409, 3/4 load, curbside, and he happily paid it. Why? It was because I already told him the price. He was conditioned to pay that. You guys get to see this in real time. I'm just trying to offer everything on this channel that I wish I had when I was starting out. P with Aloha Bros junk removal. I am shooting this really quick because if you guys were ever wondering and you haven't made the jump, you haven't started your service or your business, and you're wondering, man, what does it look like? The conversation between you and a lead who's not a customer yet, who's inquiring about the prices. How do you talk to them? Do you usually talk to them over the phone? Do you usually talk to them over text? So it's actually mostly over text. Customers don't tend to like to really talk on the phone unless it's a bigger job. And a lot of times, even if it is a bigger job, it's really quick. They're going, hey, this is really big. You can come walk through. I'll text you the address. And then they text the address and we go do a walkthrough for such as a hoarder house, estate clean out, things like that. I'll be posting those as well, our 2 estate clean outs that we did. So anyways, I am using the GoPro right now so I can show you guys on my phone. Why am I doing that? Because the screen recording and all of that, I just want to make sure everything's on a wide lens. And so this is a current customer. The way we got him was he filled out a form on our website. So he found us on our website. That's good news. We're getting a lot more inquiries and customers filling out the form on our website, or the contact me form, which is a good thing. Why is it a good thing? Because it shows me that our SEO is starting to pick up and we're starting to rank a little bit higher. Not where we want to be. Man, we weren't even existent for like a year. I paid a buddy of mine who's an SEO guy for Costco, and a good friend of mine, and he made a few changes, simple changes on the homepage, service pages, and within like a week and a half, 2 weeks, we started getting the amount of visitors that we got in 3 months, we got in 2 weeks. So that's a good thing, and this shows me that it's starting to work. So he filled it out. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna show you really quick. All right, again, here we go. I had to reshoot this part a few times because I kept showing his information. So I just took a screenshot and then, drew this stuff out. All right, bear with me. I'm just getting used to all of this. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so we get it. Oh, geez, this is terrible. Anyways, we get it. Message. See that? Today's 5/25. We just received it. 11:44. Right now is 12:18. Tell us about your job, which is yard waste. Guessing approximately 2 pickup trucks worth of stuff for 1 hauling truck trip. He thinks it's 1 truckload of a hauling truck or a dump truck, right? It's definitely not that. So 2 pickup trucks is about half a truck at the most. And so he sent the pictures. So I'm going to show you guys the pictures. So that's pretty much as easy as it gets, right? Pretty standard. That's how most of the time our booking goes. Just like that. If we talk to them on the phone, they're usually very short-winded. Why? Because a lot of times junk removal isn't the most important thing in their life. Sometimes they've been procrastinating it. Sometimes you'll basically contact the customer after they contacted you or requested an estimate, and you won't hear back from them that day at all. For instance, yesterday, I had a customer contact us online. I had 2 of them off of a Facebook ad, and I answered after me and my wife had our brunch. I answered, and I got nothing back from both of them. I got one back, an answer back, a response back within 2 hours, and she was living in Lakewood, which is kind of far, and she had a full door and a door from a house, which is considered an item. She had a full door and a couch, and so I quoted her $135 if it's curbside, $189 if we have to pull it out of her house. She said, thanks for the quote. I already got one for $99. More power to you, sister. Go give it to that guy for $99. That guy for $99, you know what he's going to do? He's going to dump that on the side of the road, because that $99 does not cover his fees at all, especially for a couch. Anyways, the second one just contacted me this morning, It was like 20 minutes before this guy sent me the pictures. They were just like, hey, Pete, thanks. Here's the pictures you requested. It's this, 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 and that. So it was about 6 items, 3 bookshelves, 1 desk, armoire, and a mattress. I'm thinking that this is going to be a full removal, itemized removal, which means that it's pretty much priced like a half load because all of those items in the end become a half load. So it's priced kind of like a half load. It's a lot easier to remove, but that's kind of how it works. Sometimes you'll send them a response on text and they won't answer you. You'll call them and they won't answer you. A lot of times you'll also call them. They'll answer you. They say, I'm kind of busy, but I'll text you. And so I'll just text them to remind them, show them basically, kind of educate them, walk them through it. And sometimes within the same day or the next day, they'll text me the pictures. I'll text them the price and they'll go, okay, great. All right, when's a good time to schedule you? And when I say when's a good time to schedule you, I give recommendations. We have an opening 2 days from now from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. What I keep using 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. is because those are my favorite times, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., and 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. because you have a lot of time to go back and forth and to dump if you need to dump. And to just stack these jobs as much as you can, and it gives you time to get to the dump. Anyways, I thought you guys could benefit from that. Pay that. Go. Here we go. The same day junk removal is the one that I showed you guys on the contact form that he sent. I had an opening at 2 p.m. So he said, hey, you can come by at 2 p.m. or you can come by on your guys' next availability. I said, why put off to tomorrow what we can do today? I already had some stuff in the back that I had to dump anyway, but I have enough room for his stuff. I'm almost positive I do. So that's what we're doing. I'm about 2 minutes out. Man, these speed bumps in this truck is like the worst. They make for the most shaky videos. So I'm experimenting with this GoPro, and let me know if you guys actually like it. I'm gonna strap it, put it on the headpiece. I was looking for the chest piece because it's a lot more inconspicuous, but I'm gonna have to go with the headpiece and just deal with the consequences of what I look like. All right, here we go. I'm about to hit 2 right turns really quick, and then we are gonna roll up on them. Let's see. You guys get to see this in real time. I'm just trying to offer everything on this channel that I wish I had when I was starting out. I just want to see POV a lot of times, what it looks like. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna go knock on that house door and see if they need some landscaping services. Oh, there we go. You see it? Here it is. And now, here's the thing about doing junk removal. In Seattle, architects and people who put this place together, for some reason, just decided to make everything a lot smaller over here, including the freeways. And what they did was our freeways hourglass, basically. It turns into an hourglass. Anyways, the homeowner's right there. Checking with you guys in a little bit. So here it is, the junk or the yard debris. This is the customer you guys saw that I had shown you on the screenshots that he reached out. Got an empty truck pretty much right now, just a miscellaneous crap in there. As you guys can see, trying to do 2 things at once right now. Is that rolling? That's rolling. Here we go. Let's get to it. gonna grab a rake, tidy up a little bit, take the debris, throw it in there. Just make sure that it looks like it looked before we came. All right, so here's the damage. I would say that's approximately guaranteed half a load, questionable 3/4 load, simply because it can be a little bit more compact. But on yard debris, a full load is considered anything below the rim. So above the rim, we don't go above the rim. We have to be able to pack everything below the rim, even though we have a tarp. So this is about definitely half a load, maybe 3/4. So that's all she wrote. What time is it? From start to finish, if it wasn't for me setting up like the camera and I shot a few commercials. Also, whenever I say commercial, I basically mean, you know, an ad. I do these jobs with ads in mind. The reason why I do that is because I try to kill two birds with one stone. From start to finish, even after chatting with him and talking with him, it took about maybe 40 minutes at the most. That's after me setting up the camera. The work itself was literally 15 minutes, I think. So I guess we'll see on the footage from the GoPro, but we'll also see how that worked out as well. I'll see what it looks like, and I'll still air it just because I like to make mistakes in front of people so they see that mistakes is not the end of your life. Anyways, so the way he found me, this customer found me, he said he found me from Yelp. Maybe he did, but what I love is even if he found me from Yelp, which most customers don't find us from Yelp, they actually find us off of Google or Facebook or Instagram, but definitely not Yelp. If he did find us on Yelp, I'm really happy that he decided to call us directly rather than attempt to reach out to us through Yelp. The reason is, if you know, then you know that Yelp is absolutely a ripoff, man. They will rip you off. Absolutely. Hold on a second. Yelp's over here charging outrageous prices, man. And so I'm so glad that he reached out to me off platform. The reason why, he said, is because he's also from Hawaii. You wouldn't believe the amount of people, I would say like 40% of our customers have gone with us simply because of our name.
You sure
because
about
we're
that,
from
bud?
Hawaii. And they're from Hawaii, or most of them aren't actually from Hawaii, but they have really good memories about Hawaii. For instance, we have a couple who's been married for 50 something years. It's on our Instagram, and they gave us a call. And the reason why she chose us, she said, the reason why she reached out to us
Right.
was because of our name. And I said, really, your name? She goes, yeah. We got married, and we spent our honeymoon in Hawaii 50 years ago. Think about that. She has a core memory, such a powerful core memory in her mind, that she chose our business, not because of our performance or anything else, but because of sentimental memories that we're from Hawaii.
Yay.
Aloha, bros. So anyways, you never know. I just mentioned to him, hey, we also do landscaping, demolition, handyman work, construction. We're general contractors, project management. He said, sounds good. So it ended up being 409, 3/4 load, curbside, and he happily paid it. Why? It was because I already told him the price. He was conditioned to pay that. Even though I said, it seems like it'd be half a load or a fourth load, but it could be 3/4 load. And so because I gave him the range in advance, he was willing to pay that. no issue. Plus, we was from Hawaii. We got the small talk, chop it up a little. We both started speaking a little pidgin at the end. Now I'm headed to the dump to dump this. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next Pete with Aloha Bros Junk Removal. Thanks for tuning in. I am because you guys are. Thanks.